Okay, bringing to another episode of On the Wrist from Off the Cuff. Today, I have another cool strap showcase for you guys from the brand Artem straps. They are founded out of Adelaide, Australia, and they are the producers of the world's finest sailcloth strap. In terms of these particular straps, guys, premium flexible sailcloth straps inspired by the Blancpain 50 Fathom strap. Now, these are their updated loopless sailcloth strap options, which are a little bit more expensive at $133 a strap, and then you add on another $13 if you want them with quick release spring bars, and another $68 if you do want to source one of their own Artem branded Omega style deployant clasps. But as you guys can see, I've gone through quite a few of these, and this is just another installment because there's a new release, this new colorway, beige. And it actually is really cool. And I will say that I wasn't necessarily expecting or asking for this color to come out, but it just happened to go so perfectly with this really cool out of order Irish coffee GMT. For me, it just, there was another excuse to kind of get these together and pair them. So I wanted to share this particular combination with you guys. And considering that I do have, a little assortment here, you guys can actually see all the colors and whatnot side by side and do a little bit of comparison. So I thought, why not? So with all that said, let's go ahead, zoom the camera out, get these pieces in hand, and take a closer look. All right, guys, so also different widths. So 22, 20, 19, and this is also a 20, and they all do have the Omega style deployant clasp, as you can see here. Very clean in terms of the machining and everything like that. And then, of course, really well known for the materials in terms of the sailcloth itself. This soft silicone reinforcements here, as well as this natural rubber underlining. So these are still very, very nice. But man, this color option is just one that really jumped out at me. I really, really like this beige tone, and my first thought was anything but vanilla. Like, this is actually such a cool color. It goes with so many different fun ones. It's kind of like the green in that way, where you don't necessarily need to pair it with a green dial. It's one of those things where it just goes with a lot of other things. I think this actually pairs really well with white dials. I had this one paired on my big old SLA 039 for the longest time, and it is very, very nice. And it definitely helps tie into that premium aesthetic. And of course, you guys know how much I love blue, as well as, watches with blue highlights or blue dials, or just any types of blue accents. And then, of course, the black goes with everything. And these were all kind of very expected different colorways from that perspective. Like, these are all great options, and honestly, like, as much as I'm somebody who really needs to have a watch on a bracelet, having an option like this that can really give you the bracelet experience without all of the extra research in terms of having an end link and all that stuff and trying to make everything fit. I just really like that, especially when you think about something like this. Like, let's say this particular out of order watch, it has a very custom patina to it. As you can see, it's been heat treated as well as acid burned. So when you have something that has all of that character, it's going to be impossible to match a bracelet to it, right? So it's cool that there is an option here. And then I think even the black would work too, at the end of the day. Or the green actually looks kind of fun, right? Let's see, the blue. Okay, the blue probably not as much. But this color here, this beige, really does it, guys. Like, I'm digging this a whole lot. So let's go ahead and kind of demo how this will work. So you do have the deployant clasp here. Go ahead and press that, and then what you'll do is you'll essentially kind of bend this and then get that in there. Oops. And of course, doing it on camera is always going to be a little bit harder because I'm reaching around a tripod. Get that end in, push that nice and flat. You can see if I can get it to focus here. Nice and flush there. And then of course the underside is just that, it's right under, so very smooth. And if anything, it can help also provide a little bit of padding between you and the underside of the deployment buckle. So that is very cool, guys. So it's a very clean and understated look. And of course, although this is stainless steel, brushed and polished with beautiful chamfer there, nicely signed, even though it doesn't match this perfectly, it's not like you're gonna really see them side by side, so it's kind of fine in that way, right? And then you get your hand in and bam, look at that. Whew. I am digging this combination. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. We'll push these off to the side, but we'll leave them in frame for those of you that might just be, scratching your head, doing some calculations right now to see what might be right for you. But check that out. Very nice. Of course, if I do get my wrist too close to the camera lens, you're going to get a bit of perspective distortion. So what I'll do is keep my wrist nice and low. This is a 7.5-inch wrist here. Although it is quite round, it's not this big, flat, wide wrist. So you can see it fits beautifully. The additional structure in terms of these straps, where you can see it tapers not only here down to there, it also has a taper in terms of its thickness and the padding. It offers you a lot of structure and a lot of hold to keep your timepiece in place. And then down here, where you're gonna have kind of double up, and then obviously a little bit more thickness thanks to that clasp, it's thinner, thankfully, right? So that's going to be nice and pliable and really wearable. But you can see this is going to keep this right on my wrist, nice and stable. And man, does it look good. This, I mean, I keep wanting to call it cream, but it is technically beige. This beige colorway, I'm digging it. And again, this is not a color I would have asked for. I'm waiting for them to do a gray sailcloth strap. They do have the gray for hybrid straps, which are like their new top of the line straps. But man, this with the beige, this just speaks to me, guys. I really dig this. Let me know what color or watch combinations, I should say, you can think of that would just pair really well to this strap. I think it's so great that they're continuing to kind of, grow things out. They could easily just keep selling the same stuff, but thankfully they're interested in getting other options out there to really suit and match any one of your timepieces. So you can get this in an 18-inch width. 18 millimeter, 18 millimeters, 19 millimeters, 20 millimeters, 21 millimeters, or 22 millimeters. The 19, 20, and 21 are going to taper down to an 18 millimeter buckle, while the 18 millimeter strap will taper down to a 16 millimeter buckle. The 22 millimeter is going to taper down to a 20 millimeter buckle. And in terms of the length, the short end is 97 millimeters, while the long end is 100 millimeters. Again, you do have that soft silicone strip there to reduce wear on the strap holes, and then that beautiful synthetic upper as well with that beautiful, you could see the finish here, the texturing of the sailcloth. Let me get it to focus for you. There you go. Very nice. And of course, water resistant, which is great. And then on the underside, you do have natural rubber lining, so very good as well. So very cool, nicely branded. And yeah, these are nice. They're not for everybody. They're quite expensive, guys, 133 bucks, and that's just for the strap. Then you add $13 for the quick release. Actually, another new option they added is you can actually have them with fat, made with bigger holes for fat spring bars, which is another cool thing. I'll have to try that out, especially for this one. Where in the blue, I actually use a fat tipped spring bar, but I order a special thinner bodied spring bar to fit in a standard hole. The nice thing is if I can get that with a wider spring bar already to accommodate, I won't have to use those special spring bars. and it actually might flow with the watch case a little bit nicer. So again, they continue to kind of iterate and evolve and offer a lot of great options. So guys, closing thoughts here. Oh man, this is cool. Their previous standard kind of tang-buckle models were already pushing the envelope in terms of expensive yet premium straps. But this latest release, you know, it's not completely the latest, but this latest colorway release that has me revisiting the Loopless Sailcloth models. Again, they elevate the brand into just a higher category. They go from just more than being the best sailcloth straps. I mean, these are really probably the best alternative to a bracelet. You know, apart from like, let's say mesh and stuff like that with a straight end link. I mean, these are fantastic. And again, you get the experience, right? The feeling connected, the closed loop, everything. It's just you're getting that experience. And in this case, look at the way it flows and matches. It's better than a bracelet would for this. And they might have bracelets available with that same patina, but because this patina is all one of a kind, it's not like it's going to match perfectly anyway. And honestly, I feel like it gives it a little bit too much darkness. So it would be a little bit dark, and then this would be a bit light by contrast. Here, you're really tying everything together, and you're really playing with that, you know, specialized case finishing. And again, it looks great on this very clean and you know, ultimately quite sedate colorway that ties into something as dynamic as this Irish coffee inspired, you know, mixology style of watch. So I think it's really cool, guys. I'm happy to share it with you guys. And again, because it, you know, for me, it's something that could be an alternative to a metal bracelet. It does help me justify the cost in my head. I mean, that's just me, right? Some things are going to be expensive. It just is what it is. You want the nicer stuff. It's going to cost more. And are there going to be other options out there, affordable ones? Sure. Nothing wrong with those. There's still a market for those, but for those of you that are looking for a market, you know, with these more high-end straps that are really meant to go toe-to-toe with the OEM manufacturers and what they're doing within the luxury space, if you want to add a touch of luxury to a fun timepiece that you wear every day, I would say you'd be able to still derive quite a bit of value by pairing it with one of these lovely Artem Loopless Sailcloth straps. So with that said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like the video, please do hit like, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe for more content just like this. Thanks, guys.